Hi friends, I'm Marissa from The Budgeting Wife. Welcome if this is the first time you've been here, and welcome back if you've been here before. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and also scroll down and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos related to budgeting and personal finance. For the next few weeks, I'm going to be walking you guys through a budgeting series. And so every Wednesday, don't forget to come back to my channel and check it out. I'll be walking you through how to budget at different income levels. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to budget for an annual income of $35,000. Now, I'm going to be showing you this in Excel, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a guide, and this is how I would budget if I had an annual income of $35,000. And so take this more as a guide and as a tool. This isn't exactly what you need to be doing. You're the best judge as to your lifestyle and things that you may need to spend on or maybe don't need to spend on. So take this as a guide and then alter it to fit your exact income and your exact lifestyle. So I hope that is a little bit of help for you guys, and I'm going to switch over to Excel so that I can show you guys exactly how I would budget for an annual income of $35,000. Okay, so here we are in Excel where I will be showing you guys how to budget an annual income of $35,000. Now, I just wanted this to be a reminder that as I share about a household income, this means you and your spouse. So this is a combined income if there are two of you, or if you're single, then this would be your sole income. So this is an income per household. And now, this is also just a reminder that it's important that if you are married that you do budget your total household income and pull it all together and then budget based on the household rather than the individual's income. So it's important that when you're married, put all of your income together. And so just as a reference, that is what I will be referring to during this video. So up here, I have shown the annual income, which we talked about being $35,000, and then I have a monthly after tax. So I basically just took the $35,000 and divided it by 12 months in a year and multiplied it by 0.75 to assume that that's about how much you'll take home after you pay taxes. So in our budget here, we have an income section and then all of our expenses. And what I'm showing you is a zero-based budget. And this is what I use to budget every single month. And this is what Dave Ramsey says to use for budgeting. And this just means, with it being a zero-based budget, is that your income and your expenses equal zero. So my income is $21,8750. That's what I have coming in, and then what I have going out is also $21,8750. So this means that I'm assigning every dollar a name at the beginning of the month. And this is super important and what I would recommend you use to budget for your own income. So in this top section, the green section here is the income. And again, I got this number just from here from the monthly after tax. And this is just a pooled income, so this is your total household income. And this blue section I have of regular costs or regular expenses. The first line item that I have here is giving or your tithe. And I have here as 10%. Now for my own personal budget, it's important for me to be giving first, and I always give 10%, so I included this in this budget. So 10% of the income here would be $218.75. Now the second item that I have is your rent or mortgage, and the percentage that I have here is 25%, which would be $546.88. Now, it is really important that you try to stick as close to this 25% of your income as you possibly can. And that's because you don't want to become house poor, meaning that you want to be able to still have money to accomplish other financial goals and to still enjoy your life too. You don't want to have all of your monthly income tied up into your housing costs. So this is definitely something that you should probably stick to at that 25% mark. Now for utilities. For utilities, I budgeted 10%, meaning that would be $218.75. Now, things that go into utilities would be things like your electric, your internet, garbage, water, sewer, your phone bill, all those sorts of things would go into utilities. And you can definitely break those out by items. You can have an internet column or an internet row, and then a water, sewer, garbage row as well. So definitely feel free to do that. But I just lumped it all together for the purposes of showing you guys this in Excel. So yes, try to have all of those stick around 10%. Next is car insurance, and I have it 5%, which is $109.38. And this is a super doable amount for car insurance. For groceries, I have at 10%, which is $218.75. Now, if there are two of you, this might seem pretty difficult to stay around 200, but I will tell you that it definitely is possible. When my husband Jacob and I were working really hard at paying off all of our debt, we stayed around $200 a month for our grocery budget, so it definitely can be done. Now for gas, I have 5%, which is $109.38. If you are single, this is probably great, but if there are two of you and you have two separate cars and two separate commutes, this might be a little difficult. And again, this is where you take the budget and you're going to have to alter it to fit your lifestyle and fit your norm. So definitely feel free to adjust that, if you have a longer commute. Now for miscellaneous, I have 5%, which is also $109.38. And you will definitely need a miscellaneous category in your budget. It's very important because you just always seem to have random things come up, and it's great to just be able to throw it into miscellaneous. I know that for us, miscellaneous is actually something that we often go over on just because there are so many random things that happen during the month that we just put right there. If we need to get an oil change, or we have something kind of come up that's unexpected but not like a big enough emergency, we just put it into miscellaneous, as well as including things that are like household products, so paper towels, toilet paper, those kinds of things. So as you can see, our total for regular costs or regular expenses is 70% of our income. Now we move into the purple and orange sections, which are fun and financial goals. And now these are the things that you're really going to need to alter depending on your financial situation or what your financial goals are. So for fun, I broke it out into 3 different things. Mind you, there's lots of different things that you could consider fun. So fun is basically something that is not a regular necessity expense, and it's also not a financial goal. So it kind of falls into that category. So things like clothing, eating out, and entertainment are things that I put on here as an example, but you can have different things that are fun as well. So I just gave each one semi an amount, but I think the basics, it totals to about 10%. So you shouldn't really spend more than 10% on fun sorts of things, especially if you are trying to accomplish some serious financial goals like paying off debt, saving for an emergency fund. So 10% is great for that fun section. And then for financial goals. Now, this is something I recommend putting 20% of your income towards working on those financial goals. Now, if you follow Dave Ramsey's plan, as you can see here, I have saving and debt, and that's just because I'm trying to give you an example of things that you would use as your financial goals. And obviously, this can be altered depending on what your financial goals are. So Dave Ramsey, says to do, you save for that basic emergency fund, and then you pay off all of your debt, and then you save for that larger emergency fund. So you're obviously doing these things one at a time. So when you make your budget, you can say that you want, 20% to be going to debt if that is your financial goal. So if you are working on things like paying off your debt and being super gazelle intense, you're probably going to have to limit some of these fun categories. And that is totally fine for, a season for you to accomplish those financial goals. When Jacob and I were paying off our debt, we spent about 3% of our monthly income on fun things. So even if you limit all of these to just 1% here, so 3% total for fun, and then if you're working on paying off your debt here, then you could put 27%. So you would still put 27% of your income to debt, which would be $590. So this is something that is, again, you can utilize and work around, and this is something that is a guide that you can use to figure out your own budget depending on, you may make a little more than $35,000 or a little less. So just use this as a reference and just know that you can tweak things and just make it make it useful for you and your budget, your lifestyle, your financial goals. It's definitely able to fluctuate in that way. But I just wanted to give you guys just a general maybe amount of percentage-wise, especially of what you should be spending on necessities and financial goals and funds and all that great kind of thing when you're budgeting. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Again, we are in the series of showing you how to budget on different income levels. So if your income level is higher than $35,000, stay tuned for next week and maybe weeks following to see how I suggest you budget with your different income level. All right, and with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.